Okay guys, while we are still on this topic on being smart, I'm just going to take this opportunity to talk about lifespan. For everybody, lifespan, how you start your life, how you move on to your life, the things that you're supposed to be doing. Let's just say from 20 years old. I know from 0 years to 20 years, probably you're in school, you're going to uni, you're still under your parents to some extent, especially Africans. Most of us are still under our parents even at 25. So from 20-year-old to 25 to let me just say 20 to 25-year-old, that's the point in your life where you are exploiting the world. Like, if you want to do acting, if you want to become an accountant, if you want to become a medical doctor, anything that you want to become in the world, that's the point where you are exploiting the world, exploiting everything that's in this world. Now, when you get to 25 to 30 years old, at that point, you must have picked one thing that you feel like you found that career that you're going to focus on. At that point now, what you need to do is try and learn as much as you can. If say you're employed in an office and you're doing one particular thing in the sector or in the sector that you work at, if it's just one particular thing, spend 1 year there or 2 years and move to the next company that can teach you other things. Because from 25 years old to 30 years old, your aim in this world is to try and make sure that you go through as much as you can anything that's linked to your career, like anything that's linked to the kind of career that you want to do in life or the kind of person that you want to be. So that's the point where you try and learn them, and you're learning them from experts, from people who've done it before. So that's the point where you want to work with people who know more than you. That's the point where you want to look at people that are going to stand there to hold your hands. That's the point where you want to say, oh, this person is the one that inspired me. Why do they inspire you? Because they're an accountant and you are studying accounting. So you look at what they do and it inspires you because you want to be like them. Because what that person is doing, the way that person is growing in their career path, you feel like that's the same path you want to take. So that's when now you stay on that person, look for the way to contact that person and say, can you please be my career guidance? Just to guide me through. Or if you have a job, your manager can guide you through. So from 25 to 30 years old, you have to make sure that that is done. Okay guys, now from 30 years old to 40 years old, I think I'm at a age, I'm like just finishing my 30 to 40 years old. From 30 years to 40 years old, your role, your responsibility as an individual is to now grab that career that you've chosen and start working on it. I mean, start doing things and start getting promotions, start getting rewards, start doing them and growing in them. You grow in them to a point where you get to the top. And one thing I will tell you guys now, to be honest, when you're in a company and you realize that you're the most clever person in that company, if you are not the owner of that company, my dear, move. Look for another job that is bigger, that you can find people who know better than you, because from 30 years to 40 years is the time where you learn and keep learning and never stop. Just keep learning, keep pushing yourself, keep reading, keep attending seminars, keep paying for extra courses, because you want to be at your top, at your best at 40 years. Now, when you get to 40 years to 50 years, you want to be a manager wherever you are. You don't want to be working under somebody. You want to be a manager. Whatever you do, you want to be the one that is now managing the little ones that are coming up. You don't want to sit somewhere at 40 years plus and there's a 25-year-old girl there or a 25-year-old boy telling you, have you done this? Let me see this. Have you done this? Trust me, it pains mentally. So you want to be at the top of your career. You want to be that person that brings a young person into work and train them from start to finish, so that tomorrow you'll stand and be proud and see them somewhere and you're proud and you say, you know what, that boy standing there talking, I trained him. That's what you want to be doing from your 40 years to your 50 years. In July 7th, I'm going to be 40 and I'm going to be training a lot. I'm already training training a lot of people anyway, but I want to be that person that have trained a whole village on accounting. I want to be that person that have trained somebody who doesn't believe that they can do accounting. I want to be that person that I can tell them that, listen, this is 1 + 1. It's the most easiest thing in the world. I want to break it down. And if you stick to this Smart Locks channel, you're going to get all of that. Because I'm coming up with something that's different. Something that's going to take everybody to the top. That's what we need. Small businesses, you have to know how to manage your money. We have to look at all of those things. Okay, now, when you get to 50 years old, 50 years to 60 years, that's when you're planning to retire. A successful person should not be working at 50. A successful person should be sitting down at 50 and calling people from different locations and saying that, what have you done, what have you done, what have you done, making notes, bringing everybody together, organizing people, giving them your talent, putting your skills into their lives and making them run your businesses successfully. At 50, that's what you're supposed to be doing. But then, if you're not doing that, if you choose to be an employee, some people have choose to be an employee all their lives, that's perfect. At 50 years to 60 years, you should be at a level of your career where you're not struggling anymore. You're kind of just taking it easy. Because then you understand that from 50 to 60 years as well, there's a lot of things that come in as well. Health, the strength is not there that much. Although you are the perfect person, although you have all the perfect skills in that job, the strength and keeping up to the modern new things coming up sometimes become a little bit difficult for people who are 50 and above. So we have to understand that make use of your life and towards your career when you have to at the right time. Don't wait and say, oh, I'm going to do this at 50. No, you cannot go and be sitting in an interview at 50 years and a little guy's asking you questions and they're treating you like nothing. So please, guys, especially for those young people coming up, look at this, listen to this, take it into your hands, be serious with it. If you plan your life perfectly, if you focus on the most important things in your life, trust me, you will smile at 40. I mean, you will smile with your dimples popping up. Like, I'm smiling at 40. Like, oh my God, I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. Okay, so then I got married, I think 29 years old. That was when I got married. At that point, I would say I had been studying for 7 to 8 years. I've just been studying in the UK. You can imagine, at the master stage, just studying, doing professional courses, doing masters, doing all of this, putting them all together. While doing all those, I was still working part-time. And then as soon as I hit the job market, that's when I stood back and realized all my sacrifices, putting my head in my studies, have paid off. You have to be that person. You will sacrifice. It might take long. It might take 10 years. But then when you hit that point where you are in the job market, you cannot be compared with anybody because the skills are there, the knowledge is there, everything is there. People will be fighting you. People will be fighting your brain. You see, the most interesting thing in this world is when people are fighting your brain. People are fighting to be around you because of your brain. Important people, they want to be around your brain. So I think that's the one pride that anybody should grow up to achieve in life. So what I'm trying to say now is this: please don't misuse your ages. Don't misuse certain period of your life. If you're at the point where you're supposed to be studying, focus and study. If you're at the point where you're supposed to be making families, focus and make the families. Don't try and miss certain stages in your life, because then it becomes twice as hard as it could have been for you to succeed. So try and follow the path of life step by step until you get to the top. There's no dictionary in life. There's no best way for life. There are people who started late and still make it. There are people who started earlier and they still make it. But then, although there's no best way for life, there's always a modest way to everything. So it's just like when they say somebody have a talent, they always tell you, stop getting people, especially people who do acting, start getting them to act when they are very small. Then they get to the point where they get to the top. By the time they're 25, 30, they've already reached the top. Then they can now stop and focus and build their family. Because it's sometimes really hard when you see somebody in their 40s trying to get into things that they were supposed to be doing when they were like really young. So guys, I hope that helped. That's all I've got for you today. Okay, and as you all know, I always want to say glam over. Oh, I just love my grandbabies, my glam babies. But then I'm not gonna say that now because I want us to get used to the name. Yes, Smart Lux. Is it that difficult? It's not. Smart, being smart. Lux, luxury. Living a luxurious life smartly. Yes. You can use your smart brain and look luxury. That's all we are. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I've been a little bit too busy lately with work. So many demands. Oh God. And I've got, as I said, at 40, you have to be training people. I've got a lot of people that I'm training. So I haven't really got the time because I have to talk at work all the time. So it started making my head. I'm tired of talking. So it's a little bit hard to do videos because I've been talking all week. So I just thought I should just do this little video just to introduce my channel, my new channel name, and then to just talk a little bit about career path, kind of, not career path, but kind of life ages and what's best at what time. Yeah, just throw in a little bit because, you know, I said nobody should come into this channel and live without gaining some smart knowledge. So being smart, guys, all of you are smart. Everybody watching is smart, and I love to play with smart people. So let's get the smartness up and running. Okay, my beautiful t-shirt from Dab. Thank you all for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more beautiful things and good things will be coming up. For those who have family members or friends who are students studying accounting, get them to subscribe because my next plan is to start. I don't know if I love to teach. You know, teaching have been something that I've wanted to do, but for some reason I just skipped that path. I don't know how, but I've always loved to teach. But then what I'm thinking of doing is it's two ways. Either teach accounting, the basic things, the basic point that will help someone somewhere, and also teach software, accounting softwares, little ways on how to get things done or how to look for reports or how to set up your company using Sage or using QuickBooks or how to do things with Excel. I'm going to start showing you guys how to do those things. But then if you have somebody who you think it can help, please let them subscribe, and trust me, your reference is not going to go in vain. Thank you. Bye.